At some point, every successful dealer hits the same ceiling. You can only sell so much on your own. Growth requires a team. In this episode of the Dealer Download powered by RS&I, we break down 3 principles for building a sales team that actually drives results.
The Dealer Download powered by RS&I.
At the beginning of any business, success is simple. You sell, you grow, you improve. But at some point, something changes. You run out of time. You can only knock on so many doors, take so many calls, close so many deals on your own. And that's when the next phase begins, building an actual sales team. Today, we're going to break down 3 principles that separate sales teams that grow from sales teams that struggle. I'm your host, Michael Shiverdecker, and this is the Dealer Download powered by RS&I. Let's get into this story. One of the biggest mistakes in building a sales team is focusing too heavily on experience. Now, don't get me wrong, experience matters, but it isn't the most important factor. I'm going to highlight something more critical. They're traits like a hunger to succeed, a drive to win. Top performing salespeople tend to share a few key characteristics: resilience in the face of rejection, self-motivation, adaptability, strong communication and listening skills. Sales is a performance-driven environment. Skills can be taught. Drive is much harder to develop. Equally important is culture. Sales teams spend a significant amount of time together, and success often comes down to how well people work with each other. When you build a team with the right mindset and culture, performance tends to follow. Hiring the right people is only the first step. What you do next determines whether they succeed or not. There's 2 things that you have to do from the very beginning. First, set a clear expectation. Second, have real ownership. Salespeople need to understand what success looks like. That means define goals, clear processes, visible examples of winning behavior. Once that foundation is in place, the next step is just as important. Trust them to execute. You have to trust them. When salespeople feel ownership over the results, engagement increases. And when engagement increases, performance follows. Support matters here as well. Training, marketing materials, and ongoing guidance help reinforce the behaviors that lead to success. This next principle is one of the most overlooked strategies in building a sales team. Once you find 1 or 2 strong performers, the fastest way to grow is through them. Top salespeople tend to know other driven individuals. They surround themselves with people who share similar work ethic and mindset. That creates an opportunity, a powerful opportunity. Ask your best people. Who do you know that would be good at this? Referrals often produce higher quality candidates because they come pre-vetted through someone already performing at a high level. And just like customers, referrals drive sales. Team referrals build stronger organizations. There's one mistake that shows up over and over again. Dealers try to scale too fast without structure. They hire multiple people at once. They assume everyone will figure it out, and then performance becomes inconsistent. Strong sales teams are built intentionally. They just don't happen. 1 or 2 strong hires, clear expectations, repeatable processes, then expand. That's what you got to do. Growth compounds when the foundation is solid. For authorized dealers, building a team changes everything. It shifts your role from a seller to a leader. And that requires a different mindset entirely. Instead of asking, how do I close more deals? The question becomes, how do I create an environment where other people can succeed? That shift is what unlocks real scale. Here's your authorized dealer action plan for building a successful sales team. First, hire for mindset, not just experience. Look for drive, resilience, and communication skills, someone who wants to win. Second, define success clearly, set expectations, provide training, and show what winning looks like. Third, build through your best people. Use referrals to match candidates who match your top performers. Fourth, scale with structure. Grow your team step by step, not all at once. Dealers who follow these principles build teams that don't just grow, they perform. Building a successful sales team isn't about finding perfect people. It's about creating the right environment, the right mindset, the right structure. When those pieces come together, the growth becomes repeatable. Thanks for tuning in to the Dealer Download powered by RS&I. If you're ready to grow beyond what you can do on your own, visit rsiinc.com. That's rsiinc.com to learn how RS&I helps authorized dealers build scalable businesses. I'm your host, Michael Shiverdecker. Until next time.
The Dealer Download powered by RS&I.